So I want to give you a quick update on this Sinema voting down the minimum wage story, where she gave the cutesy little thumbs down, had the chocolate cake in the Senate with her fancy Lululemon bag, very much a Marie Antoinette let them eat cake moment. I want to give you an update, but also cut down some of the things that I've been hearing trying to defend Sinema. So for instance, you can see this moment here. It's clear as day that she's doing this cutesy little thumbs down on purpose. I showed this in the first video. Other people are saying everyone else gave thumbs up or thumbs down, but most people kind of just did a standard or you know, they didn't really make a big show of it. They didn't really do a cutesy little dance. She was kind of like, like it's as if to show that she's so happy, she's so giddy, she's so gleeful that people in Arizona and all over the country for at least the next few months, if not longer, are gonna go with starvation wages. And she's gleeful about it with her fancy bag and her chocolate cake. Again, very Marie Antoinette, right? We have to point this out. She did not do something normal there. Her mannerisms and her giddiness there are part of the problem, because it shows that not only is she voting based on some sort of principle or ideology, but based on a almost sick desire to see poor people suffer. And I don't think that's a misinterpretation. And we can call her disingenuous too, because after I made that video, a lot of people dug up this tweet from 2014, where she says a full-time minimum wage earner makes less than $16,000 a year. This one's a no-brainer. Tell Congress to raise the wage. That's from 2014, 7 years ago or so, right? We're talking about making the minimum wage $15 an hour 5 years from now. That's 11 years before it's about to be 2025. That's 11 years from the proposed deadline. Again, 2025, $15, that's the compromise, guys. That is already the left compromising with the right-wing Democratic ghouls like Manchin and Sinema and Shaheen and all these other types. That's the compromise. And she still rejected it. It's just... This is the problem with the Democratic Party. You have people like this that supposedly represent progressive values because she's openly bisexual, because she wears like cool wigs, because she dresses, you know, very kind of like differently from other senators, that she's a relatively young female senator, that she's progressive on certain issues, but when push comes to shove, she defends the rich and powerful, and she does so with a gleeful thumbs down. And don't buy for a second that she had to vote this way out of political considerations in goddamn Arizona, because let's be clear, Mark Kelly, the other Arizona senator, also a Democrat, voted to keep the minimum wage, and he's up for election in 2 years. Sinema isn't. She's got, I think, 4 more years till her next election. I believe that's when she's up. So this vote would have very little political impact on her because she's a long ways away from another election. Mark Kelly, if this was politically troubling in Arizona, he would have more reason to vote against it than her. And other red state Democrats like Ossoff and Warnock from redder states than Arizona, right? Like Georgia is redder than Arizona, and both Ossoff and Warnock, and good on them, good on you guys, voted yes to save the minimum wage. I like Ossoff and Warnock. I think they're going to be decent senators. But Sinema, she's from a bluer state. She's been there longer. She's not up for re-election, and she still voted to hurt the poor. Even Joe Manchin doesn't have an excuse because 60-some% of West Virginians support a minimum wage. I know it's a red state, but it's a state where people, the working class, know they're being screwed and they need help. So don't let anyone make you feel sympathetic for Sinema. She deserves all the hate she's getting. I want you to contact her, look up her contact information, give her office a phone call, give her office an email, and let them know that she owes the working class of the country an apology, and she needs to commit to 1, voting for the minimum wage the next time it does come up, and 2, busting the filibuster, which she supposedly loves, to make passing the minimum wage actually possible. Until then, we should treat her every bit as hostilely as we do Republicans like Cruz and Hawley and all the rest. She deserves no better.